Good evening. My name is Edward Fu.
I'm Yuto Murata.
My name is Andy Kim.
I'm Jia Hong Song.
And my name is Spencer Osborne, and this is our case study on Biscuit & Co. We are team number 8. Now, when taking over as the marketing director, Richard Murphy ran into many problems at Biscuit & Co. To properly understand these cultural issues, we need to look at problems through each perspective of culture. This includes the micro, the meso, and the macro perspectives. Now, each perspective relates to a different issue that Biscuit & Co. is currently facing, and categorizing each problem by a specific perspective allows us to properly create solutions for the issue presented. Depending on the perspective a problem is associated with, we can form a response strategy based on theories from organizational behavior that are proven to be effective. By doing this, we believe that it gives Biscuit & Co. the best opportunity to reshape their culture and get back to success. Now, starting with the micro level analysis, there was a situation where employees didn't feel safe speaking up. Whether they were proposing new ideas for the company or identifying old problems, they feared blame or judgment from upper management. We believe that this stemmed from a long-standing culture of all decision-making being done by the owners. This created a situation where each and every employee felt like their opinions weren't valued or they weren't able to speak up at all. This causes owners to make decisions that are based on their opinions rather than the actual feelings of each employee at their company. This leads to resentment and an overall toxic work environment, and this is a problem because it results in a lack of productivity and innovation at Biscuit & Co.
So those are the OB series help explain what was happened. So first, Shim series shows how deep cultural assumption shape behavior and communication pattern. So for the LMX series, low quality LMX relationship create distrust, which make it difficult to accept change. So high quality was about sticking to the old culture. So Amy Edwardson's psychological safety series emphasizes that when people don't feel safe, they won't share the idea. So then when how OB series can be used in microculture. In order to fix those issues, method need to build psychological safety with Amy Anderson's series. Employees need to see that mistakes are a part of learning. It's nothing they will be punished for. So one solution to our weekly brainstorming section with upper management. Those sessions should make it clear that employee won't be punished for sharing idea, even the idea doesn't work. Upper management must encourage openness so employee can feel comfortable to sharing their input. Over time, this will improve communication, comfort, and creativity in the team, which lead to better development.
At the meso level, problems existed between departments, especially marketing and operations. They viewed each other as competition opposed to a single team. Marketing came in with new ideas focused on growth and sales, while operations focused on cost saving and stability. Social identity theory explains why this happens. People naturally divide themselves into in-groups and out-groups. And in Biscuit & Co.'s case, departments became in-groups, seeing each other as rivals rather than a united company. To solve this, the entire company needs to become one in-group with shared goals. One strategy to improve the relationship between the departments is to create shared key performance indicators that require both departments to work together. This is where they can see each other as teammates, not enemies. A way to apply this is to require joint monthly meetings between marketing and operations that encourage openness and honesty amongst employees. They should review the pros and the cons and use everyone's input to make improvements together. This helps align their goals and reduces conflict within the teams and unites the departments, improving the organization's overall framework.
Lastly, at the macro level, Murphy unintentionally created a subculture when he joined the company. This clashed with the company's long-standing operations first mindset, which came from the founder of Biscuit & Co. Because of these deeply rooted values, employees saw Murphy's changes as threats. This ties back to Sheen's model, where basic assumptions are very difficult to change. Operations have more influence and power, which causes sales and marketing to become undervalued. There were conflicting values and assumptions inside the company, weakening their unity. Sheen's theory helps us break down these cultural layers. First, artifacts like old signs and photos that reflected the company's first culture when it was created. Espoused values focus on stability and cost savings, and these cause the company's basic assumption to become change equals risk, and it can ruin the company.
As a whole, the company should adopt the following strategies to improve the efficiency and the culture of the company. Starting off, the first strategy is to align change with the existing culture, which goes in hand with Sheen's cultural model. To do so, the company must frame innovation as a method to preserve the culture. They must align the operations and marketing departments towards a common goal while being mindful of the company's espoused values. The next strategy is to actively encourage employees, which relates with Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Murphy's introduction creates a sense of unsafety in the team, which blocks motivation, and to combat this, upper management needs to communicate job safety and value employees' inputs when making decisions. Next, they should reduce restraining orders to reduce fear, distrust, and the overall loyalty to the older traditions. Some strategies to create trust includes communicating clearly, implementing gradual changes rather than instant implementation, and relationship building. Adding on to trust, Murphy should invest in creating a relationship with the likes of Andrew and Peter, instead of challenging them. To make this happen, the company should have mandatory sessions to improve the culture of the company. In these sessions, upper management should gather feedback and have one-on-one conversations to refine strategies and get teams on the same page. Lastly, Biscuit & Co. should create a sense of psychological safety in the company by encouraging open conversations about fears, risks, and mistakes. Mistakes should be treated as learning opportunities rather than being something you should be punished for, so employees develop a sense of security. If Murphy applies these changes, the company's culture will shift from fearing change to embracing change. With the improvement of communication, the departments should work together towards one shared goal. And these policies will match what employees need to feel safe and supported, especially if their voices are heard when making decisions. Thank you.